This is Kamal the Builder. Welcome to yet another one of my projects. Here we just finished building a beautiful home with a basement, and you can see the kitchen behind me. It has a wonderful staircase within a two-story home with a basement. It has 4 different levels, so it was a very complicated project to build and a very intricate design, but we did it, and our client's now moving in. You can see part of the entry wall behind me, and I'll show you a few snippets of the bathrooms, for example, and the kitchen, and then we'll rewind and take you to all the beginning, to the entire beginning of this project when we started excavation, foundation, and the framing. So stay with me, I'll show you some quick snippets, and then we'll go back to the beginning. The project starts with excavation. As we shared with you in a different video, to build a basement we have to excavate a lot and move the soil, and then we put gravel and create the forms for the walls that will show up later. And then on the gravel we put rebar, all the drainage stuff, and then we pour concrete into the slab first and into the walls, depending on the type of project that we are doing. For this particular project, we have the rebar in place, and then on that we will pour concrete and make the slab. And now we are making the walls, and after the walls are fully poured and cured, we remove all the wood forms that were around the walls, and then we basically have the basement in place. And after that we start framing. As you can see in this video, we framed the sections of the basement first, and then we put the floor joists, as you can see in the video, and the floor joists will support the upper story floor. And this basically gives you a quick peek into the basement. The walls are done, here are the floor joists, and then we start to frame the windows for the basement. That's what you're seeing. You're also seeing the sill plates that go over the concrete, and the Douglas fir is attached to the sill plates that are made with pressure treated wood. And then you can see we still have some equipment at the job site which we're going to move. Now we have the plywood for the floor of the top story, and here you're seeing some equipment that we are starting to move off of the site. And this is the future location of the kitchen, as you'll see in the finished video. And you're also seeing the escape well or the light well from the bedroom in the basement in the lower floor. And this is what the lower floor looks like that goes into the basement. And now we start to also install the doors. This project has some nice big doors. Once the framing is done, we start to install the doors and the windows. Here are some sections of the basement. That's where the laundry room is. We are showing you one of the bathrooms there, and this is the bedroom that has the light well in case of a fire. That's where you'll have a required egress which is needed for our code compliance. And then this is a section of the basement, and back to the top floor. The big doors are installed, and you're seeing some section outside that will be a patio in the future. And then these are temporary steps which we will replace. Here's a view of the kitchen and living area. Stucco is applied on the outside, and you can see this is the first layer of stucco, what we call the scratch coat. And after that we'll complete that. And inside we have the plumbing, HVAC, and electrical work all done. This is what's called the mechanical, electrical, plumbing plan. That's all done. And after that we insulate. So you're seeing some insulation in one of the rooms, and the doors have started to come in after insulation and drywall. And the drywall is complete, then the doors would be mounted after painting is done. And that's a section of the laundry room. And that's how the project moves forward. Drywall is now done. We'll tape it, mud it, and sand it many times to get level 4 finish on the drywall. We've described that in a different video. And the project is taking shape and each room is now becoming very clear. Drywall creates a big mess which we have to clean up before we start installing any of the finishes. Here's one of the bathrooms and a view of the shower, and of course it's a mess right now, but you'll see how it gets cleaned up and looks really nice and beautiful. And from outside, the second coat of the stucco is done, and we are starting to now have a room for a siding, certain type of siding that will appear after the stucco is done. And inside we have taped the drywall, we have mudded it many times, and we're getting ready to sand it a number of times, and then basically we'll start painting it. Here's a view of the bedroom on top. And the bathroom as well, where you'll start to see finishes being applied after this. Now the kitchen and living area is taking shape, drywall work is getting completed, and in the other rooms also we are completing drywall work and getting ready for painting. We've described details of drywall in two separate videos, which we call Drywall Part 1 and Drywall Part 2, that deal with taping, mudding, applying the edges, making everything look nice and clean. And this is what this project is looking right now. And then we have the wood flooring that has also arrived. The wood flooring has to be kept in the same location at the site for 5 days or more so that the wood gets used to the temperature and the humidity. In the meantime, you can see the views from the outside. Our windows and doors are looking really nice, and we've applied siding in front. That's looking nice and complete. We built a deck in the back with some railings to meet code. And basically our architect has provided a lot of detailed plans to us, so we're starting to assemble our cabinets, putting everything in place as needed. We're starting to finish the rest of the project, and as you can see, the vanity in the bathroom, the plumbing hardware, all that stuff is getting in place. The tile is already done, and pretty soon the bathroom would be complete. Here is a view from the top floor. As I mentioned earlier, this particular project has 4 different floors, so it's pretty complicated to frame, but we did that and it looks really nice. And all this is coming together now. The flooring is done, and we are doing the finishes in the bathrooms. And that's another bathroom there, and this is our basement, and you can see electrical connections have been made. Everything is looking nice. Our sub panel is showing up there. And after the project is complete, you can see what the kitchen looks like. It's really beautiful, nice stone there, nice cabinets, clean edges, everything looks really nice. And this is the rest of the project. The wooden steps have been replaced with permanent steps. We built a wall for code compliance there in that section. The flooring is complete, looking really nice. The drywall, of course, has been sanded, painted, baseboard has been applied, and that's our bathroom. The vanity, the shower door, the medicine cabinet, all the hardware is there. So it's all looking really nice and together in nice color selection by our customer. And that's a view from the bedroom down to the patio. We have an arbor there as well as a deck. And now we are coming to another bedroom that's one level below. And this is the bedroom with an light well or an egress window there. Here's another bathroom on a lower floor. This bathroom is actually subgrade because of the basement. And here is our basement. That window that you see at the end is actually just below grade. So that's how deep the basement is, and it gives you a perspective. And now you can see the steps and the railing. And we are back to the main floor, back to the kitchen and living area. So in general, that's our project. Thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Please feel free to reach out to us for any details. Remember to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so that you're notified of future videos as we post them. We'll leave you with some pictures of the finished project.